How's it going, you guys? GabrielMWriter here, representing the movement towards improvement over here at the Legacy Golf Club and Resort down here at the Legacy Golf Performance Center at the Golf Channel Academy. Here with Master Club Fitters Gary and Chris. How's it going, you guys?
Going great.
Good, good.
I'm very excited for today's video. We're going to do a little golf club review, okay? I got my TaylorMade R11 driver. I'm the type of guy that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? But
We're the same way.
we got the new TaylorMade M1 driver, so we're going to kind of use my older driver and see if we can get some better numbers on this bad boy. And,
Let's do it.
You know, I want to learn a little bit more about this badass hitting bay you guys got, fitting bay, I should say. You guys got every shaft, grip, and head combo in here. And I want to learn about your duo as a team and how you guys, you know, fit players for new clubs that perform better out on the course.
Well, I think one of the unique approaches that we have here, Gabe, is that we are a team. Chris and I work together. You know, I'm more the old school, get people on balance stuff. Chris is a great technician, understands all the equipment, you know, as good as anybody I've ever seen. I've been in the business a long, long time. All of these gray hairs. You know, I've earned every one of them in golf, but we have that approach where we work together. And I don't think there's another facility in the country really that has, you know, two sets of eyes on everything that's happening.
Awesome. Well, let's get started and hit some shots.
Cool. Let's have fun. All right, Gabe, here we go.
Okay, well, I'm just going to warm up, hit a few shots.
You got it.
Loosen up the body, you know. I'm 25 years old. It gets tight.
Oh,
you know?
there we go.
Got to oil it up a little bit. What do you think about that shot, Gary?
We don't like you already, Gabe. That was a little too pure for this early in the morning. Let's see if we can mess that up a little.
Yeah, I'm
That's
a couple
very
yards
good.
offline. Usually,
A couple yards, yeah.
usually I can.
You can improve on that. We'd like you to hit that stick. A little bit out of balance on that one, not a problem.
Now, Gary, do you guys, when you're watching someone hit, do you kind of look for their tendencies? That was kind of a low pull draw for me.
What we do is we look to see if the shot matches the swing. You know, and so if it does, you're getting the proper feedback from the equipment. If it doesn't, that's where our experience as teachers, you know, come in and all that stuff. Because if you make a certain swing and the golf club doesn't react the way it should, that's a problem. We want people on balance, and that's when they get the best reward. Well, that time you fell to your toes, you were back on your right foot a little bit, you hooked it. That's what it should do.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're getting proper feedback from the equipment.
And I like that I have another pair of eyes on me to kind of validate that.
Oh yeah, we get a lot of positive feedback on that. Much better balance on that motion.
Yeah. There's nobody over there, right, Gary?
No, well,
Okay.
there might be, but they're not anymore. Closer.
You know, now that you kind of seen a few shots, you want to maybe try out the M1 a little bit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll have Chris, you know, make the changes, and this is part of what we do, so that we'll watch the motion, make sure you're on balance. We're looking for a certain result from the club. We don't want people overreacting to any particular shot, right? That's where people get in trouble, especially on the golf course. They hook one, they push the next one. No, don't do that. Concentrate on your balance every time. Finish there, and allow us to put a golf club in your hands that works when you do that. All right, here we go. New tool. I want that good balance finish. Let's see what happens.
This club looks a little cleaner than mine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking, isn't it? Ooh, little heat on that one, Gabe.
Yeah, that one felt pretty good.
Felt pretty decent, didn't it?
And that's why I like that you guys have so many different brands back here, because it does have to do with personal preference and,
Absolutely.
and that subjectivity.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we never guide somebody or lean somebody in one direction or another. You know, we're simply going to put golf clubs in their hands. We're going to find out what that player does with it. And the one that performs the best with the technology that we have, it's very easy to find out which one performs the best. And so that's the one that we're going to recommend. We're not so much brand conscious, we're performance conscious is what we are. Okay.
I love it. I love the functionality.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another good wackadoodle.
All right.
You know, that's what I call it.
Always good balance.
I really love how much, you know, attention you give me, Gary. I love it.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Well, I feel like I'm getting treated right over here.
Yeah, well,
You know?
we hope so.
He's even teeing the balls up for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
man, this
You
is
know.
5-star treatment here.
Absolutely.
You guys got some towels.
You don't have
and
to carry
refreshments?
your clubs either when you
Gosh.
leave, when you come and when you leave.
Gosh, 5-star treatment over here at the Legacy Golf Performance Center. I love
You got it.
God, I might stay back here all day.
Well, we're going to make sure that we have this club in our bay when you leave and that you're not walking with a limp. Okay?
I like it. I like it. What did you think about those, well, flights, Gary? I mean, those look pretty good to me.
Absolutely. Well, they were consistent, and that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for the one that goes left, the next one high, right. We're looking for consistency, even if it's a consistent miss. All it has to do is match the swing you just made.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think, Gary, we should have Chris put us on TrackMan and kind of, compare the numbers between my R11 and the M1, because I actually like that flight. Like you said, those two shots are pretty consistent.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thanks, Gary.
My pleasure. Thank you. We use the technology to back up the process.
Gotcha.
Right, and to back up the equipment. Therefore, there's just no argument. You cannot defeat the math. The math is what it is.
The numbers don't lie.
And that's what TrackMan and FlightScope are going to do, is just validate what we've done as fitters.
So we're here with obviously the new premier launch from TaylorMade. This is going to be the M1 product line.
I feel like they've just constantly just slowly refined little by little the weighting and track system.
It definitely have. So keeping with that track system, we're familiar with the front track here from SLDR and also R15. Now what they've got for us in M1 is a new T-track system. So we've got 15 grams of movable weight here, obviously with the traditional fade bias setting and draw bias setting that we've become accustomed to seeing in the SLDR and R15. But now with the T-track, we also have an additional 10 grams of movable weight here that if you look here inside of the track, we see a high setting and low setting. So not only does that influence MOI and also initial vertical launch, but we're going to be able to adjust spin just by moving this weight forward and backward. So obviously if we move it back, it increases vertical launch, raises spin up a little bit, and if we take this from the neutral setting and move it forward, we're going to see a slightly lower ball flight and a little bit lower spin. So again, just one more opportunity to really fine-tune ball flight and really customize the experience for the golfer. Okay, so one other important component that I wanted to talk about with the driver, we touched on this carbon composite crown technology in the fairway wood, but in the driver, in going to this material over the traditional titanium construction, we actually saved as much as 25 grams of weight. So that 25 grams of weight definitely gives us the opportunity to utilize more movable weight technology in this new T-slide design. So we've got 15 grams of weight here, 10 grams of weight here, which is fantastic. Really gives us an opportunity to fine-tune ball flight. So another really cool thing that TaylorMade decided to do for us for this M1 launch is they've kind of done away with the TP line for the metal woods, and they're actually giving us an opportunity to offer 28 different shaft options with the M1. So going to get fit with a fitting professional and giving them the tools like that's a great combination. Really gives us an opportunity to get really detailed with fine-tuning launch conditions.
Okay, cool. I'm really excited, Chris, to actually see what moving these weights around actually does physically to the ball. So I'm excited. Let's hit some shots and see how it performs.
Definitely.
Okay, you guys, so moved over to another bay. We're going to be utilizing TrackMan. I kind of got Gary to work with me on, getting my swing a little bit more rhythm and balance, hitting a little more consistent shots. Now we're going to work with Chris on kind of getting the technical aspect down, getting the right head and shaft combo, and getting those numbers looking better.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of go through a process here. I'm going to have you start with your current driver because we know you're comfortable with that. We're going to see how it performs just with a normal swing, especially after we made a few balance changes with you. So I'm going to have you hit about a half a dozen shots with your current driver, and then we'll go over some numbers and see if we can optimize them.
Perfect. Okay. A little push fade, contact a little off, but not too bad. It felt like about a normal shot for me. Something that's pretty average for me on the course.
Okay.
That was a good ball there. Pretty straight, maybe a 1-2 yard draw.
That was pretty well struck there.
Trajectory seemed pretty good for me, what I would normally see on the course, and contact felt pretty good too. So
yeah, that was pretty well struck there.
I'd say it's be a perfect shot for me. Once again, pretty good. I mean, I feel like these are what I would see on the course with my driver.
Okay, just a couple more.
Oh boy. That's kind of my miss, is a low pull draw at the moment.
That's kind of the left miss that we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. kinda,
Now, how often would you say, if you had to average that, how often would you say you see that around?
right now, I would say, honestly, maybe 2 to 4 times around.
Okay.
You know. Saved it, but that was a good shot there.
Say a little bit of a reaction swing and
Yeah.
left the face open.
But hit that
Okay.
good.
Let's hit one more.
Okay. Oh gosh. Whew.
There's the one that gets us in trouble.
Yeah, that's not good right there. Do you want to look at those, Chris? And
Yeah, let's take a look at some numbers here.
okay, you know, hey, that's what happens, you know.
Okay, so basically what we're looking at here, just got a summary of that small sample of 6 drives that we hit. So going through these numbers here, well, first of all, we can notice there's a little bit of a dispersion issue here. So obviously that one that was off far to the right was the reaction shot to the one that we pulled relatively far to the left. But clubhead speed, average for those 6 swings, 112.7, so plenty of clubhead speed to work with there. Attack angle, negative 2.2, so a little steep from what I would ideally like to see, but
Okay.
still not bad. Club path average is 0.6 degrees to the right, so slightly in to out. Face angle, pretty spot on there, 0.1. Obviously, we know face angle is going to dictate initial ball flight there. So our face to path relationship, 0.5 degrees, so that's what tilts the axis and gives us that little right to left shot shape that you typically see.
Gotcha.
Spin rate up in that 3100 category, so that's a little higher than I would ideally like to see for us. Ball speed, plenty of ball speed there, 164.5. Going with the new technology and optimizing the driver for you a little bit, I would like to see that drop down a little bit. Smash factor of 146, so I think we can hit it a little more solid than that.
Okay.
Launch angle of 8.8, definitely want to get that up. So looking for that higher launch, lower spin characteristic there.
Okay.
So hopefully going to that M1 will help us get there. Touching a little bit more on that high launch, low spin brings us into our apex height. Apex height with that club head speed, in my opinion, a little low. So same thing with the landing angle. If I can get our apex height up and our landing angle under that about 37 degree mark, that's going to give us kind of our max height and max carry. So again, talking about carry yardage, if we get these numbers up, then carry yardage is likely going to go
Okay.
up. So what I ideally like to do with my players is I want to optimize my carry yardage. Our total yardage is going to be, you know, it is what it is, depending upon what our landing angle is and also what we're landing in.
Conditions, yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I focus a lot more on our carry number, because what we are landing in is always a constant changing variable.
Gotcha.
So let's hit the M1 and see if
Okay.
we can tune you up a little bit.
Okay, cool. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Dead straight?
OB.
I tell you, I don't know why I don't use it every time.
Straightaway par 4, palms in the distance.